Very good afternoon, my dear students. Yesterday we discussed about the lesson and yesterday the lesson got over. So today let's begin the discussion about the question and answers. So which lesson? The best Christmas present in the world. So let's begin the discussion about question and answers. So what is the first question? What did the author find in a junk shop? What did the author find in the junk shop? In the junk shop, what did the author find? The author found a old roll-top desk which was about 19th century and it was completely made up of oak. It was completely made up of oak and it was, how old it was? It was old about 19th centuries ago. So the author found a old roll-top desk. Next, what did he find in a secret drawer? What did the author find in a secret drawer? Can you tell me what did he find? He found a tin box, small tin box which was covered with the cello tape and small piece of paper was attached to it and it was cello taped. And in shaky hands what was written there? It was written like Jim's last letter received January 25th, 1915 to be buried with me when the time comes. The author find all this on that small tin box in that secret drawer. Next, who had written the letter to whom and when? Who had written the letter to whom and when? Here, Mrs. Jim Macpherson had written the letter to whom? To his wife Connie, and when the Christmas party was going between the Hans Oof and Mrs. Jim Macpherson. Next, why was the letter written? What was the wonderful thing that had happened? Why was the letter written? Means the letter was written by Captain Jim Macpherson to his wife Connie. Connie means Mrs. Jim Macpherson. Connie means Jim Macpherson. Throughout the lesson, Captain Jim Macpherson mentioned this Connie as his friend. But actually they both were husband and wife. Here Mrs. Jim Macpherson means Connie. So Captain Jim Macpherson and Mrs. Jim Macpherson were husband and wife. Who was that Mrs. Jim Macpherson? It was Connie itself. But throughout the lesson, what they mentioned, what this person mentioned her as a friend. But in actual point, what they were husband and wife. So he had written that letter to his wife only. And what was the wonderful thing that had happened? What was the wonderful thing happened? So what Captain Jim Macpherson explained or written in that letter that you have to write. What he had written, he expressed every moment which he spent with or he shared his time with Hans Oof in the war field and about his soldiers and Fritz and about the football war and about the match, who won that match and how this Captain Jim McPherson and Hans Hoof spent the time with lots of peace and enjoyed the movement. So, about all that what this Captain Jim McPherson did, he explained and written everything about that wonderful movements, beautiful movements in that letter. What jobs did Hans Hoof and Jim McPherson have when they were not soldiers? Now, let us tell what jobs did Hans Hoof and Jim McPherson have when they were not soldiers. Apart from being soldier, what were the other jobs of this both Hans Hoof and Captain Jim McPherson? Can you tell me? Yes. Hans Hoof loves to play cello in the orchestra. He plays cello in the orchestra. And here, this Captain Jim McPherson was a school teacher at Dorset. Where? School teacher. Apart from being a soldier, these are the two jobs which these both carried. School teacher at Dorset. Okay, I hope you are getting. So, next, had Hans Hoof ever been to Dorset? Why did he say? He knew it. Yes, it is. It's about to now discuss. What they have asked, had Hans Hoof ever been to Dorset? No. But why did he say that he knew it? Why? Because he knew about that place Dorset and about England, everything about England and Dorset in his study, in his reading. So he had never been to England or a Dorset at any way. And there his famous writer was there. Whose famous writer? Hans Hoof. Famous writer. Who was that? As I told you while dealing with the lesson, Thomas Hardy. He was the famous writer of this Hans Hoof and he was from England. So what he did, he knew everything about this writer and about everything about England and Dorset, everything while his reading or study. So it is by this it is confirmed that he had never been to England. Do you think Jim McPherson came back from the war? How do you know this? Here Jim McPherson did not came back from the war. How do you know this? How will? In this lesson it is confirmed that the Jim McPherson was old and weak. So this Connie, this Mrs. Jim McPherson was waiting for him, but he never came back. And always she was in thought of her that she was always expecting that her husband will come back. But unfortunately, he did not come back. Next, who did Connie McPherson think her visitor was? What is the question given here? Who did Connie McPherson think her visitor was? The Connie McPherson think her visitor was her husband. Who was her husband? Captain Jim McPherson. But actually who was there in front of that Connie? It was the narrator. What she thought? She thought that it was her husband, Captain Jim McPherson. Which sentence in the text shows that the visitor did not try to hide his identity? See, in the page number 15 it is given that I explained about the desk, about how I found it but I don't think she was listening. From this sentence we can understand that the visitor did not try to hide his identity. He wanted to tell his identity and he wanted to tell how he got that letter. But the Jim Mac person, she was not in a such condition to understand or to listen what the person who is standing in front of her was telling. So she was completely like, she was always expecting that her husband may come back. So she never listened what this narrator tries to tell her. Next, for how long do you think Connie had kept Jim's letter? Give reasons for your answer. Just think over this answer. Dear children, these remaining questions let us discuss in the next class. So now just what is the answers which we have discussed now, just read it once again. Then when you read it once again, you can understand what the gist is given in this whole lesson. So and read the lesson properly and go through the new words. Then if you not understand any new words, just refer your dictionary and just find out the new words and try to use those words in your own sentences. If you use those words in your own sentences, then you can come to know the sentence formation and you can know the meaning of that particular word, of that specific words. And here beside of this lesson, many new words are given. Just go through it and start reading and read the lesson. If you not understand anything, you can ask. So if you ask your doubts, then only everything will be clear. If you not understand anything, just don't sit quiet. Just ask and clarify your doubts. See, here you can see many new words which they selected from this text and they have given meanings here. So what is your duty? First read the whole lesson and just find out the new words and difficult words, and if it is possible, it is better to write down. So if you write the words, then you can remember the meaning of those words easily. So, and read this lesson properly and like you just go on understanding. Don't simply read the lesson. Understand the lesson, and if any doubts are there, just note it down separately, and if, you can ask the teacher and you can clarify. Okay. In the next class, let us discuss about the remaining question answers.